The sound of Grimrose's boots echoed in the long hall like distant war drums. The walls were narrow, strangled with dark velvet, and braziers that did not warm the air. Everything here felt stale, unmoving, and suffocating. He reached the tall black doors and pushed them open with care. The room beyond was swathed in near darkness. Ravenswood sat behind a long, lacquered desk littered with charts and half-spilled ink. Crimson wax seals crackled beneath the weight of silver candlesticks. Dozens of maps lined the walls, each one slashed, pinned, reworked until whole regions of the seas were blacked out, and overwritten with arcane scrawls and strange lattice work. The scent of aged parchment burned behind the nose like salt turned sour. Ravenswood did not look up. Grimrose waited. He had learned not to speak until acknowledged. Finally, the captain stirred, fingers brushing over a map, inked so heavily it may as well have been a dirge for the ocean it once depicted. "You have something," Ravenswood murmured absently. Grimrose stepped forward, clasping his hands behind his back like a schoolboy reciting scripture. "Capstone's done as you predicted. She's brought us into the range of Morningstar. He's active in the southern quarter. Maps and signal trails match the route her stolen vessel took. She's aboard the debt collector." That caught Ravenswood's attention. He leaned forward, resting both hands on the desk, his ring reflecting the candlelight. The sigil of the Black Regent, a balancing scale with the letter C behind it, polished and perfect. "So the rat runs to the Messiah." His voice curled like a blade drawn beneath cloth. "And now we are on the same side." "Aye, Captain, with precision to spare." But Grimrose did not move. Ravenswood's eyes narrowed. "And yet," he said softly, "you wait to tell me something more. Speak, Benjamin, before I feed you your own doubt." Grimrose stiffened. The shadows seemed a bit heavier now. "It's Osius Island, sir," he began, carefully with every syllable. "Those waters are worsening. What control we had over the currents near its borders is gone. Entire patrols are refusing entry. Those who try don't return, not intact anyway." He continued. "Last time we sent 3 ships, 1 sailor, vanished. On the 3rd day we saw it." Grimrose swallowed, his throat suddenly dry. "A body. Smoldering husk, tied to the bone spires at the island's edge. Skull scorched and tongue removed. It was deliberately placed, Captain. It was a message." Ravenswood did not blink. Grimrose pressed on. "The men are rattled. Some officers, too. Rumors are... they're growing fast." Ravenswood rose, slowly, not like a man getting up, but like something uncoiling. Then, without a word, his hand swept across the desk. Maps, ink, and parchment went flying. A compass smashed against the wall as wax splattered the maps like blood across battlefield lines. Grimrose flinched, but barely. There was always something satisfying about the captain's fury, until the barrel turned towards him. Horace snatched a dagger from the desk. Grimrose was against the wall before he realized it, the blade pressed firmly just beneath his collarbone, pinning him with maniacal calm. "Control," Ravenswood hissed, voice still quiet and still sharp. "We lose islands, we lose fleets, but we do not lose control. Do you understand me?" Grimrose nodded carefully. "Of course, sir. No word has left the high ranks." Horace studied him a moment longer. Then, just as calmly as he lifted the dagger, he stepped back. Straightening his jacket, he returned to the wreckage of his desk, and he exhaled. Prepare the fleet. We sail before the waves forget who owns them.